All right, folks, let's try this again. My original one, my iPad that I had going with it, decided to stop working with the connections. So I apologize with that. It's being a pain. We're going to try it one more time here. We're just going to share it up again because it's being stupid. But that's all right. That is the joy of technology, right? Making it all work and happen. So I apologize for the confusion, but we'll get it solved here. Or we did get it solved. Share one more group. And there we go, boom. Okay, so I'm very sorry about that delay. Again, these energy bars that we're making today for all of you was given to me, this recipe was given to me by a coworker of mine, Sam Wood. Awesome guy. So thank you very much, Sam, for sharing this recipe with me. I'm super stoked and excited to share it with you. Now, the one kicker with these bars, these almond protein energy bars, is that you have to refrigerate them. So, or find a way to keep them cool at least, because it involves a lot of coconut oil. And if it gets warm out, that coconut oil is obviously going to lose its firmness. So you just want to keep it refrigerated. I take mine to work with me and I put it in my lunchbox and I throw ice pack in there. Today I didn't even have an ice pack in there and it ended up being fine because it was around enough cool things and I have it as an afternoon snack. So that's what I do. But let's walk you through how to make these energy bars and you will love it. You need to try it because they're amazing. Okay, so here we go. Hopefully you got a little bit better camera now than my other one. So here we go. Let's see what we got. So here are the ingredients you need. You need, over here you got a 1/4 cup of coconut oil. You have a 1/4 cup of butter. I know, butter, right? It's going to be okay. You got ground cinnamon. You got vanilla extract. Now, I have Hershey's cocoa, natural unsweetened kind. Now, you can feel free to use that. If you want to get like a bar of the cocoa, awesome. Go for that too. I have honey. We have flaxseed right there. I don't know if you can see that, right? Flaxseed. We have coconut flakes, peanut butter, natural peanut butter, Jif, my favorite. More coconut oil, melted. We have whey protein. Booyah! Love that stuff. And this is, what flavor is this? Chocolate peanut butter. Because seriously, it's the best combination in the world. Amazing. All right, and then we have a cup of almonds that are already in my Ninja blender. And we got the stuff to put it in. And the stove. There, now you saw my kitchen. Isn't it amazing? All right, so let's make these things happen. So first thing you do is you get your almonds. So these are natural almonds, right? Whole natural almonds. If you can read backwards, there you go. Read through, babe, there you go. Now, I got these whole, and you want them ground up. So you can already get pre-ground ones. That's awesome if you do that. Righteous. I didn't because I didn't. So we're going to grind them up right now, so don't mind the noise. Sorry about that. Or no noise. There's a noise. Now, it's beautiful! Okay, so the big thing to remember as you're grinding any kind of nuts like this is you don't want to go continuous, right? If you're making a butter, like a nut butter, peanut butter, almond butter, and you're making it from scratch, then you leave it down and you let it go. If you're trying to make it into a flour, you let it go for a little bit, and then you start pulsing it. That breaks is gonna stop it from breaking up into that butter. You still have to be careful, but that's how you make the flour as opposed to the butter, is by doing it in spurts. So anyway, there it is, all ground up. I like mine all different sizes. We're gonna put this in the pan. Bang. So that is 1 cup of almonds. In there, done, set to rock. Cool. So this is the base, right? This is the main part of our energy bars. We have a 1/2 cup of flax meal, right? So it's this really fine powder, right? Flax meal, flax, seed, that's all it is. Poof. 1/2 cup. Boom, in there. All right, 1/2 cup of coconut flakes. Not sugared, right? All just natural. I don't know, you can see it. There we go. Yeah. Boof. In there. Awesome. So that's natural coconut. Now, for almond bars, you could, I suggest, well, you can do anything. I have peanut butter that I'm putting in, as you saw, but you could use almond butter, you can use, I don't know, walnut butter, you can do whatever you want with it. I'm using peanut butter because I am a peanut butter junkie and I love it. So that is a quarter cup of peanut butter, had to think, quarter cup of peanut butter, and then a half of a cup of melted coconut oil I'm putting in here. So we're gonna mix all these ingredients together. We're gonna make it all beautiful. Now the peanut butter is gonna take a little bit to mash up, but you know what? It's not gonna be hard. If you wanted to, you could heat it up, but I don't foresee the need. Here, let me show you what it looks like here as I'm mixing it. So it's already kind of getting a little thicker consistency, little gooey though. So here's what you do to solve that gooiness, is you add a little powder. So you use 1.5 to 2 scoops of your protein powder of your choice. Now last time when I made these, I made it with vanilla and half this. This time I'm going all the chocolate peanut butter because I love it so much. It's delicious. So we're using 2 scoops of that. That's really going to help soak up that juice. Also, we're going to add a little sweetness. The recipe Sam gave me, he said using coconut sugar, really coconut heavy, it's like a coconut almond bar. But I don't have that and I don't feel like using regular sugar, so we're just going to use honey for this. So about 2 tablespoons. I like mine a little bit lighter on the sugary side. So we're going to do about 1.5. About half. There we go. As you can see, very exacting measurements. Now, one thing's interesting here, right? Coconut oils has become this huge rage. A lot of healthy people are, saying, "Oh, use coconut oil for this, coconut oil for that," and it is an awesome product. I love it. It's very versatile in how you cook it. You can bake it. You can make stir fries with it. I mean, so many options, right? And tons of stuff out there on the internet. Well, the one thing to know is that it is high in saturated fat. Right? Okay, it's oil. Obviously, it's going to be high in fat. But you can eat it and still be okay, right? Just use it in somewhat moderation. Now, for these bars, I have 2 bars. That's all I have is 2 bars a day, right? 2 little squares, and I'm good. And that powers me through the afternoon, keeps me full, energized. All right, I just took that short time, mixed it. Check out how that sucker looks, right? So it's sticking together a little bit, kind of like a batter, but nothing too crazy. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I have my Pyrex bowl, right, or pan. Now, you don't have to, but I'm gonna spray it just a little bit with coconut oil. Again, going overboard with coconut, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna put it in the pan here, and you are going to want it to chill. So here's what we're gonna do. For you, because you're watching this video and we don't want to make you wait forever, we're gonna throw it in the freezer for a short time. Now, if you're making this on your own, you can throw it in the freezer if you want, or refrigerator. I'm gonna use my clean hands here. Stick in the refrigerator for about an hour. Okay. Basically, you just want it to set. I'm pushing it down into the pan completely, so it's about a 1/2 inch or so. This is a 9 by 9 inch pan. Right? You can double the recipe and make it in a bigger pan. Do whatever you need. This is about 9 inch by 9 inch pan. Again, this will last me 1 week for the week with 2 bars each. I'm happy with that. So I'll bring it up here so you can see. Right? So it's about 1/2 inch thick, maybe 3/4, and I just pressed it down. Nice and easy. So instead of making you wait the hour, I'm just going to stick it in the freezer while we get the rest of our ingredients set. So that's the base. That's all it is. Nice and easy, right? Let me wash my hands quick. There we go. Boom. All right. So we got all that stuff set. Now for the topping, right? And our topping, we're going to be absolutely delicious. We're going to make chocolate topping. Oh yeah, that's right. So I'm moving you over here so you can kind of see the stove. Hold on, let's see. Hold on 1 second. I usually, now these dinners that I make are usually, or the meals I make here are dinners for Katie and I. And not tonight. Well, I love the energy bars, but they can't make a full dinner. We're going for pizza. Homemade pizza again. Whole wheat crust. Delicious stuff. Anyway, getting back to cooking. All right, we have a pan. Beautiful pan, isn't it? We're going to turn it on medium to start out with, and then we're going to turn it lower. And what you're going to want to put in here is your 1/4 cup of butter. Bang. And then you're going to want long arms first, and then you're going to put a 1/4 cup of coconut oil. I know more coconut, but it's okay. Now, although it has saturated fat in it, really there's been so much research on it that shows that it hasn't, coconut oil itself has been linked to heart disease or things like that. So don't be freaked out by that statistic, right? Just know, like everything in life, moderation, right? Moderation, you'll be fine. Okay, so we're melting this butter and the coconut oil down here, and just melting it, right? Get it to be liquid. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add some cocoa to it. Now, if you get those cocoa bars, you could just melt the bar with the butter and oil. You're going to want both. But I had this on hand. I don't want to go buy bars. So we're going to use this powder. Now, here's the fun kicker part with this, is I have read the instructions, which, you know, there's a ton on here, and it says 3 tablespoons of cocoa for 1 tablespoon of shortening or oil equals 1 ounce of unsweetened baking chocolate, right? The chocolate you would buy. Well, here is the fun part. I'm not that smart of a person, so I did not look at how big those bars are for ounces. So we're just gonna kind of fake it, and we're gonna taste, and we're gonna sample, and we're gonna see how it goes, because you know what? This is a kitchen, and that's fun to do, and you need to experiment and get out of your comfort zone a little bit. So, if you watched any of these videos before, you know that obviously everything I put in here is exact science, and we know exactly how much, obviously. Now, all right, so it's almost melted down. Now, as it's melting down, I'm gonna put this in here. I got a wooden spoon, I have a spatula to help stir it. We are going to start out with, 5. So 5 tablespoons of, if it comes out, there we go, of the Hershey's chocolate. My dogs are going to bark because my wife just came home. 3, I think. 4, I think. I kind of lost count because I got talking. 5. You know, does that ever happen to you? All of a sudden you start talking, you're like, oh yeah, this. All right. The butter's all melted, oil's melted. I'm turning it down to low. We don't want this sucker to burn. I made that mistake the first time where it almost burned. It really just went crazy. Now, this chocolate in here is going to firm up pretty quick because it's almost like you're making it right into a melted bar. Okay, let me bring the camera over here. Now it's on low. I could show you a little bit more so you can see what's happening, because it's boring watching me. I know I'm not that interesting. So here it is. The butter, the coconut oil, all mixed in here. There we go. You can see better. Now we got some chunks, and we're going to work at getting these chunks out here. I'm pressing them down with a spatula, just churning it, and we're going to work to get these chunks out. Okay, so I got to approach you back over here. I'm sorry. Sorry. Awesome. So we're just going to push it down and stir it around. Now, this is not sweetened, right? It is unsweetened. Now, you can add as much sugar as you want to it. You can use coconut sugar, which is in the recipe Sam gave me. Again, I don't have that, and so I'm not going to utilize that. Instead, what I'm going to do is I am going to use honey. So I'm going to use honey. Now, he said a 1/4 cup. You could do some of this. You can use maple syrup, whatever you like. You could put sugar in it, whatever. So I'm going to put in probably, we'll go, I say a 1/4 cup. I meant 1/8 of a cup of sugar. Oh, way too much sugar otherwise. 1/8 of a cup of sugar. So we're just going to put in about 2 tablespoons worth. As you can see, exact science. We'll pretend that's 2 tablespoons. And now, it might be crazy, I'm going to add a little vanilla extract to it. It just helps calm down the little bitterness of the chocolate. And then cinnamon's such an awesome power nutrient and delicious food. For you, we're just going to sprinkle a little bit in there. Obviously, exact science yet again. Hi, Katie.
Hi.
So, now this is our topping, right? It's getting nice and liquefied here. We're just scraping the edges, making it beautiful. So again, with these energy bars, awesome, delicious bars. Make sure you keep them refrigerated because it's coconut oil. will liquefy pretty quickly. If you're holding your hands and it crumbles on you, just get it off because you don't want to stain your clothes with the oil or anything like that. Just so you know, they are a little crumbly, but really they're too delicious that I don't even care about that. Not something you really want to take for a hike, but if you're out in the boat, if you're out working, you know, at work or whatever, and you have just a cooler where you can throw it in, like an Orion cooler, Yeti, something, or any kind, doesn't matter, throw it in there, and you'll be set to rock and roll. Okay, let me bring you back over here so you can drool over this chocolate that we made. Alright, see, that's what it looks like. It looks like melted chocolate. Shocker. Oh, so tasty. So, nice and smooth now. We're set to rock and roll. We're just going to taste it really quickly here. I'm going to use this exacting science here of tasting. That's just about the right amount of sugar for me for tastiness. You do what you like and how much you do, how much you choose, right? So taste it, see if you need more, less. My first batch I had to do a couple of times, add a couple things here and there to make it work. All right, I'm going to shut that off really quick. Let that cool just for a second as I tell you this. So if you break away from the food, if you want to get fit and healthy with me, I'd love to have you join my team. Just hit me up and ask me questions, right? Hit me up, message me, do all that stuff. Also share this video with your friends, family, so they can have these awesome energy bars. We have this YouTube show, all that stuff. Check out jonesandtogetfit.com for more information. All right, enough of that little spiel. Let's get back to the cooking. We have our sauce here cooling. In the freezer are our energy bars that we made, right? So I put them in the freezer as opposed to, well, Sam said put them in the refrigerator for about an hour. Great choice if you have the time. Let them sit in there, make this, let this sit for that, you know, rest of the hour, however long it is, and then put it on top, and you're gonna put it back in the refrigerator, cover it, put it back in the refrigerator. Well, I want to make the show a little quicker for you, so here's what we're gonna do. Threw it in the freezer for however long that took, made it, now we're just gonna pour it on top. And let it cool just a little bit here. And all we're going to do, I really wish I could get you closer. It's one bad part about these things. All right, well, we'll make it work. So all you're going to do is you're going to make sure this is well stirred up. First of all, right, because it'll separate just a little bit. All right, there we go. And now all I'm doing is I'm pouring it on top of the bars that we made, right? There we go. Getting it all in there. Yeah, get all that tastiness. So if this set a little more, was a little thicker, this is still liquidy yet, so it hasn't really set too much. If it has, then you'll have to spread it out more, try making it spread out evenly and all that. This one isn't set yet, so it's still pretty liquidy as far as the chocolate goes. So, you know, get it all nice and equal, and there you go. That is how you make protein almond energy bars. What I do with these, I'm going to stick them in the refrigerator here. I lied, in the freezer. The reason I'm not putting it in the refrigerator, simply because we don't have room. That's all. Simply, we don't have room. All right, so there we go. They're set. All right, so almond energy bars, awesome treat for you to have at work while you're, you know, out on the campground, in a boat, kayaking, stuff like that. You just have to make sure you have a way to keep them refrigerated. That's a big key with these. I have them in the afternoon. They're a nice little afternoon boost for me. So what I really enjoy having them is after lunch, obviously early afternoon, about 1:30 for me. I pop them, take them out of my lunchbox and start chowing down. Delicious snack for the afternoon. Gets me that energy boost I need to get through the rest of the afternoon without feeling that nap, needing a nap or anything like that. Again, so check it out. Almond energy bars. That's it. There we go. Another Jones and Get Fit weekly cooking show. Thank you so much for joining me, folks. I greatly appreciate it. If you would like to see me cook something, whatever it is, put it in the comments below. Message me, right? It could be something broad like, hey, can you make a breakfast? Hey, how about a dinner for a family of 10? Or whatever, right? Or maybe you're like, I really want to know how to make stuffed green peppers. Or, I don't know, hey, or let's make mac and cheese healthy, right? Challenge me to do, make a meal that's not so healthy into a healthy one. I love to do that. So, hit me up, put that in the comments below. Please share this, right? You can share it, I think it's right there, or it's gonna be right there. one of the two. Share this with your friends, family. I really appreciate it. Anything you do to help me help more people is greatly appreciated. Thanks again for joining me, folks. Have a wonderful night and go get fit and get healthy. Booyah!